minute, please.
Go.
Kayla.
Say your
Hi,
name.
I'm Sam.
No, you're recording.
Hi, I'm Natalie. Ramsey.
Israel's over there.
That's Israel over there. He's listening.
Hey, I'm AJ. Prasad. I'm gonna talk to you today about going back to the moon for energy. So imagine having a means of energy here on Earth that is 100% environmentally friendly and could power the whole world's high energy demands for thousands of years. Yes, thousands of years. Today we're struggling to keep up with energy demands worldwide. Fossil fuels used for cars, factories, even productions of plastics are extremely polluting and bad for the environment. If we continue to consume oil at the rate that the world does today, according to scientist David Kay of politicsgatherer.com, we could predict that we have 20 years left of oil because of China's increase in resources, use of inefficiency, which will expand the demand of oil. So we only have like 20 years left of oil. What are we going to do? Julie Wakefield of Space.com on June 20th, 2000 wrote, scientists estimate that there is 1 million tons of helium-3 on the moon, enough to power the world for thousands of years. The equivalent of a single space shuttle load, or roughly 25 tons, could supply the entire United States energy needs for a year. According to Apollo 17 astronaut at the FIT researcher Harrison Schmitt, if we decide to return to the moon again, the human race will be able to access helium-3, a clean, abundant energy alternative that would last well into the future. If we were to utilize helium-3, we would have a clean energy source, but unfortunately it's only found on the moon. Helium-3 fusion can solve our current energy crisis. Fusion is the ultimate energy source. According to the Institute of Physics, fusion power would provide significantly more energy for a given weight and field than any technology we use today. Fusion powers the sun and the stars in our universe. It's an extremely efficient way of producing energy, and fusion can provide great quantities of uninterrupted power.
Teachers, boys and girls, it is almost time for dismissal.
The problem is, however, that fusion used
Don't
today,
forget, boys and girls, that
according to
Adventure Club
John
will start the Monday
Sanarius
that we
of
return
lunar
from spring
helium-3
break.
and
That is
fusion
April
power,
the 19th.
some modern-day uses
So
of
make sure
nuclear
you're ready
fusion
for
for
that.
energy
And also,
result in
boys and
damage
girls, we have an
reactors due to
exciting
large
event on
amounts of
Saturday
radiation
at
use
Hungry Howie's,
and
right across the
large
street from
production of
Brisky Downs. It
neutrons.
is. We're going to have a monster truck.
Current
And part of the
mediums of fusion
proceeds from
today
the
are
day
really
sale
dangerous.
will come back to
Unstable
Summer.
reactions
So
produce a lot of
Saturday, visit Hungry Howie's for their
radioactivity,
grand opening.
and it
Boys
is just
and
not
girls,
cost
have
effective
a
due to
very
damaged equipment.
safe spring break. Everybody return to us happy and well
Helium-3,
rested
yes.
on Monday,
Justin's listening.
April the 19th.
According to Professor G.L. Kolkinski, major advantages of the helium-3 fusion include significant reduction in radiation damage, virtually no radioactivity, and potential for direct extraction of energy-producing photons. About 25 tons of helium-3 would power the United States for 1 year at our current rate of energy consumption. Put that in perspective, the weight of a fully loaded railroad boxcar or a maximum space shuttle payload of helium-3 could power the United States for 1 whole year. According to Artemis Project writer Gregory Bennett, the only helium-3 on Earth is about 300 kilograms from recovered nuclear weapons. The helium-3 on reserve is not suitable, sustainable, or renewable. Well, unfortunately, the only helium-3 is on the moon, in abundance at least. Harrison Schmitt of Apollo, the last man to leave footprints on the moon, claims means that it took 15 years for us astronauts and fusion pioneers to realize that helium-3 was useful. Since then, we have not gone to the moon because it's not been cost effective, so we have resources on the moon, but we don't necessarily have the money to get there yet. The reason why we don't have any on Earth is because our atmosphere is blocking it. The sun releases the helium-3 and it can be deposited on the moon due to an absence of no atmosphere, but the Earth's atmosphere blocks it from our planet. But there's 10 times more energy of helium-3 on the moon than in all the economically recoverable coal, oil, and natural gas on Earth. That means that we have a significant alternate energy source, but it's on the moon. The energy cost of helium-3 is equivalent to oil at $7 per barrel. Today, barrels cost around $100 each. That's pretty drastic. In the future, if we went back to the moon, it'd be completely self-sustainable. If we took the moon's soil and we heated it to 600 degrees, we would get our helium-3, which we could use for energy. If we heated the moon's soil to 800 degrees, we would get oxygen, which we could breathe, and we would also get water, which we could drink. All that together means that we could basically start constructing on the moon, developing, and be totally self-sustainable on the moon, just like another Earth. This helium-3 fusion energy could be the future to space exploration and settlement, said Gerald Kolkinski, the director of Fusion Technology Institute at the University of Wisconsin. The moon would be self-sufficient. New spacecrafts could be powered on fusion energy in combination with the launch from the moon, which has far less gravity than the Earth. We'd be able to reach far greater speeds and far greater distances in space. If we could go further in space, we could at least reach Mars. If we went to Mars, we could possibly discover what resources they have there that could benefit us. So in conclusion, you can see that there'd be a plethora of advantages of returning to the moon. The first and the last man to step on the moon was in 1969. Back then, the significance of the moon was not recognized, but mere a space race. Today, however, 50 years of technological upgrades, new generations of scientists, and private sectors willing to invest in getting to the moon again. Why? Well, how much do you spend on gas every week? And the prices have not been getting any cheaper. Returning to the moon would give us enough resources to have clean energy here on Earth at a fraction of the cost of the means of our energy today. Thank you. I'm Prasad.